What's up, YouTube? Thrift Hunter here. Going to open up some packages today on my most recent eBay finds. The past week has been kind of slow. Um, Not really too slow on how many things I've ordered, just nothing really crazy, so I haven't really done a video. But we're going to do a video now showing I got 10 packages and then just a couple of things that I've opened up already that I still have. I sold some of the stuff. Obviously, I'm always buying and selling stuff. Listed some things this week. It's been, pretty busy, but nothing like really big, nothing crazy going on. Price of gold's gone down in case anyone's been checking that out, which, it's recovered a little bit. But like, here's a piece of 14 karat gold here that I bought recently. One that I kind of paid up a little bit more than normal, but still under scrap. But this is a nice 14 karat gold bracelet. I just bought it because I like the quality. If I can get something that's really good quality for like a halfway decent price, I usually do it and hope the price of gold goes up. I also did a search for completed listings on this and saw one sold for 900 bucks, which I don't think I'll get for this, but we'll give it a try. I think I paid around 400, something like that, maybe 450. I think it's 15 grams or so. Hi, Sandra. How's it going? We got some people coming in. I know I just jump on. I'm sorry that I just got my packages in, so it's time for a little live stream. There's a really nice gold bracelet. I'm not sure what I'll do with that yet, if I'm going to scrap it or not. Here's just like a little tiny piece that I bought. It's this little white gold and diamond flip-flop pendant, and it's by a company called Hoku, which is a pretty good company to look out for. People do pay a little bit more for that kind of stuff. So I paid 70 bucks for this, which was more than scrap. But I saw a lot of sold listings for around $200. I put this up for 200 bucks, and there's already like 8 people watching on it or something. It's only been up for like 2 days. So yeah, check out the Hoku stuff if you can find it. Are you ever disappointed with the purchase? Yeah, I mean sometimes. Recently, I just got in a package that was supposed to be 14 grams of 14 karat gold, and it turned out to be like just trash. I mean, it was just like some costume jewelry junk, and like that's disappointing. Obviously, I returned it, so I'll get my money back. So it's not that disappointing, but it is disappointing that I was expecting uh, to get something good, a good deal on some gold, and they had a picture on a scale. Everything looked fine, but it came in and it was bad. So palm tree, yeah, they do all kinds of stuff: pearls, palm trees, sandals, ocean life. I think they're from Hawaii, and some of their stuff can get like really high end. Someone just listed. I just saw a listing for like a 3-piece set, and someone was asking like crazy money for it. Um, Here's a little watch that I bought. This is a Longines, however you want to say it. White gold little watch. I paid 300 bucks for this. It's pretty standard purchase for me. I don't think it's like the greatest deal in the world, so that's why I don't buy too many of these. I only bought this one in particular because it's super clean and there's no engraving on the back, and it's got a sub-seconds on it, so a little tiny bit nicer of a brand as well. So I picked this one up. A lot of times I'll pass on these because there's only maybe $225 in gold in this, so I'm definitely not making money on the gold in this particular watch. But yeah, nice condition, so that's why I picked it up. But let's go ahead and start with some packages. Looks like we've got a couple people in here now, so let's go ahead and start with this one. Lots of kind of small bubble mailers today, and I don't really know exactly what everything is. Some newspaper packaging here. Most of the stuff I expect to be just like scrap stuff. There's nothing really super exciting that I'm waiting for today. but there should be quite a bit of gold. Okay, my cufflinks came in. Alright, so this one actually is probably one of the more exciting pieces. I didn't know that this was coming in so quick. Alright, so some, yeah, Mings of Hawaii is another really, really good one. They make a lot of jade. Their jade stuff's really expensive. But these cufflinks I bought, so this coin shop started posting some cufflinks, and I saw one pair in here, and it said Danish cufflinks, so I checked them out, and turns out they were by a famous designer, and they just kept posting a couple of them, so I just bought 3 pair, and so this is the pair that I saw initially, which is a fairly plain pair of cufflinks, but I saw these come up for $40, and I was like, I think it was 40 or 45, something like that, and it just said Danish cufflinks, so I wanted to check them out, because there's always one name that you're looking for when it comes for the Danish cufflinks, and it's that one right there, which you're not going to be able to see that well, but some of you guys will recognize. This is the Georg Jensen mark, this little circle mark here, and this says 925S Denmark right there, so let me just check it. Yeah, this one I could read in the pictures. It was very clearly Georg Jensen. I should have brought my loupe over, so I can't see that well. Yep, I could read it. So these are Georg Jensen, and I looked up the sold on these, and you know, some cufflinks are a real weird one. Some of them go for crazy money, and some of them don't. But there was 2 solds for this, one at $70 and one at $170. And so I saw these for $40 and picked them up. And looking at them, they look great, nice condition, really nice, like sturdy cufflinks. And then so I decided once that they were listing some stuff like that to check their store, obviously, and see if they had any more. And that's when I saw these ones, also made in the US. I didn't know that. I've only seen the Denmark stuff, but I saw these ones listed as Danish designer cufflinks as well, and I figured, well, you know, those might be Georg Jensen as well. And these ones are a little bit dirtier, if you can see, but they also have that little circle mark. And these ones I couldn't see from the pictures that they were for sure Georg Jensen, but I just kind of had an idea that they were. And after some research, I was able to find these. And these ones, and you can tell by the nice design on the backs and the nice designs on the front, lapis. And the cheapest ones, I was able to find these on eBay doing a search. These are a little bit more. I think these ones were 65. I think the other ones were 45. So these were $65. The cheapest ones online right now are $600, and I don't think they're worth that much necessarily. I think a reasonable price is probably around 250, 200 maybe for these, like an actual selling price. But I will ask quite a bit initially just to see. You know, I'll try these out at like 500, but I really don't see them selling it that much. So yeah, another nice. These were actually some of the better ones of the silver that I bought this week. And then there's this pair here that they listed that I have no idea who they are actually, who they're by. But I just saw these and they listed they did no research. Well, I don't know. Maybe they did some research. It seemed like they bought some kind of a collection, and they were like a coin shop or something. So I'm guessing someone brought in some silver cufflinks and they paid them out for silver. I'm guessing. But they posted these for like 75 or $70 or something. And these ones are not Georg Jensen or anything. They just have that same kind of quality though. And so I made an offer for $50 and got these. And these ones just have some hallmarks on the back, which are really small. And I'm definitely going to need a loupe to see. But it looks like English hallmarks right here. Not exactly sure what the hallmarks are, but there's a bunch of little stamps there. And these ones obviously need to be cleaned up, but they're like 20-something grams, and they're just really, really nice. with enamel and the cabochons there. I don't know if those are amethyst or tanzanite or something. Looks like amethyst. But yeah, I picked those up because I knew I was getting a good deal on the Jensens. And these ones just had the same kind of quality, and they were cheap enough. So yeah, bought those. Really nice deal on the cufflinks. We'll see. Again, stuff that's the prices on those are anywhere from like $50 to $500. I mean, cufflinks are. It really depends on what specific thing that people are looking for. But I know Jensen is like a collectible. Like if people want to have every single pattern of those. Like these blue ones they make in solid silver, hematite, and lapis were the ones that I've seen of the different stones. So people like want to collect them all and whatever. So all right, next package. This one's not really packed that well, judging by the rattling. Are those gold? No, I don't think they're gold. I think they're gilt silver. I thought that maybe they could be like 9 karat, but no, they look like silver. Silver and enamel. I'll clean them up. We're gonna move on to these. I'm guessing this is some gold. Yep. Let's see what we've got here. Here's our first one here. Let's check it for hallmark. It does have a hallmark that is kind of hard to read. I can't really read it. Let me grab my loop. I always forget to bring my loop, but this looks like gold, and it's got a marking on it. Let me grab my loop, and we'll check it out. Sorry about that. Sorry about leaving my stream, but I want to check the mark. Yeah, 14K Germany. And then it's got a K and a circle, maker's mark. So that looks good. This was, I think, $400. This brooch here. Let's get a weight on it. I think it's supposed to weigh like 14.3 or something like that. Yeah, 14.3. Yeah. So that one's good. This one was $400 and it's 14.3 grams, which right now gold price has been all over the place. But scraps at 500 bucks. So all right, pretty good there. You know, I'll get like 470 or something. So nice profit in that one. I actually bought 3 pieces from the same person. So let's check out this next one. This one also looks like gold, just initially, and also has a mark that just says 14K. All right, so 14 karat little I don't know, leaf pin or something, and this is supposed to weigh 5.1, and yep, 5.1. So we're good there. I don't remember what the exact purchase price on that was. Let's see. Go back. That was $153. So yeah, pretty good. I think that one was around like 85%, something like that. Did you see Goodwill sell for it? Yeah, actually, I bought quite a few of those. I don't know what happened with them, and I'm kind of expecting those to get canceled. It seems like they made a mistake or something. Like maybe they were supposed to be auctioning. Yeah, it wasn't just right now though, unless they listed more. But I bought some from earlier. Let's see. Now you got me having to look. Yeah, they haven't posted anything. So that was earlier, like hour and a half ago or something. Yeah, the that was weird. It was like all $9.99, everything with free shipping. Feel bad about selling that brush for scrap? Nah. I I have so much stuff that I haven't scrapped that literally is not selling online at all. Like I can't get more than scrap for it. Uh, I don't know. eBay Florida, Goodwill. Yeah, it's the Goodwill of South Florida listed a bunch of stuff for $9.99 free shipping, even like some 7 pound, 8 pound lots, and listed like I don't know 200 items or something, and sold probably about 60 or 70 of them within like 5 minutes. I bought a bunch of them just because it's not a lot of risk. Obviously, $10 a piece. So if they cancel them all, I'm not really worried. But yeah, the account only has 14 feedback though. It's weird, but yeah, it's funny that you bring that up because yeah, I bought a bunch of those, bought like 12 of them or something. But here's another little gold what is this feather pin, same seller, 14K. Yeah, so this was like 3.1 grams. I don't know exactly what I paid for it. You got me looking at the Goodwill thing. Yeah, they haven't posted anything. They stopped after 5 minutes, so I'm assuming that they figured something out, or that they're gonna cancel them all. But we'll find out. 3 grams. This was $85. So yeah, when I'm getting under like $30 a gram or whatever, that's pretty good for gold. So nice little piece there. Yeah, really great. The seller had pretty low feedback on those. Maybe like 25 or 30 feedback. So I was a little worried that maybe they weren't going to be gold, but yeah, they're all gold. Those look great. Uh, hey, was it Dumpster Diver Dad? How's it going? It all posted at once. Yeah, probably scheduled. Yeah, they use some kind of a program, and I imagine those were meant to be auctioned, most likely, unless they're just trying to clear stuff out. I don't know, but yeah, they did sell actually a about $1,000 gold bracelet for $10. So I'm guessing that those may be refunded. We'll see. I always got to try, right? Because sometimes they don't get refunded and they get sent to you. So uh, I've had more cancellations than you guys can imagine. I've probably had maybe 15 to 20 cancellations in the past like week and a half on stuff that I bought that people just cancel. I have like 2 packages right now that I bought like a week ago that haven't shipped yet. You get, it's just part of the business. It's what you deal with. There's a lot of times where stuff, you buy stuff and then people change their mind or whatever. But I guess yeah, I don't know. I almost did a deal for a lot of silver, a really big deal, multiple thousands of dollars. And I told the guy, give me 2 days to pay you and everything. And that deal got canceled. It was like almost a $10,000 deal. And yeah, it was like I bought it and then they just canceled on me. So it just happens all the time. Let's see. Contact the seller, telling them they undersold the item. Yeah, that happens for sure. Actually, I bought a watch that I already sold. That the seller sent me a message. They said, "Look, someone sent me a message saying that you bought with the wrong account and you need to send it to this account and whatever." She said, "Is this you?" And I sent her back. I said, "That's not me. That's somebody trying to get this item." So yeah, that happens all the time, and a lot of times just people just change their mind or it was a mistake or whatever. But it's really funny all the lies that I get from people saying like, "Oh, I just sold it," or "Oh, I can't find it," or whatever. I get so many excuses. I'd rather just them say, "Hey, I made a mistake. I'm gonna refund you your money," um, than tell me some kind of a lie. But all right, here we go. Here's our biggest item probably today, and it's this pocket watch chain. And this one I'm guessing I'm going to have to test pretty well, but this is supposed to be a 14 karat gold pocket watch chain. And I'm just going to check the T-bar here for marks. So no marks on the T-bar. And I'm going to have to check this pretty well, but it should be marked on the dog here. Yeah, it's just marked 14, but it all looks good. So I'll definitely have to check out this piece and test it really well, which I knew. But I paid $1,050 for this, and the only marking I'm seeing right now is inside this little dog here. On the lever here, it says 14, not 14K or anything else, just says 14, which is a pretty common mark for stuff that's like really old like this. This is a really, really beautiful chain. Feels really heavy, really sturdy. It looks like gold, and one of the reasons why I bought it was because of how well it looked as far as the welding and the joints here and everything. How everything is kind of soldered together and there's no like open links. But definitely one I'm going to have to test, because in these what I do when I look at links like a chain here is where the chains come into contact right here inside this little area here. I don't know what to call that, but where these are coming together, that's your wear point right there. And so that's where you're going to want to slide the link down and look inside that wear point to see if there's any discoloration or like, you know, if you're seeing any different color in there. And this one, as far as I can tell, it looks like dirty. This whole chain does look dirty, but I'm not seeing any like obvious wear through, like of like a gold filled plating or anything like that. So it looks good, but for that much money, obviously we're gonna have to test it. But this is supposed to weigh 38 grams. Find where I put my scale. Have you done any auctions? Not really. I've looked a few times, and there's always stuff that I'm looking to get into. Let's see. So this is supposed to weigh 38. It's like just, yeah, right at 38. I think it's supposed to weigh 38.1 or something like that. But yeah, it looks pretty good, but we're gonna have to test that because these can be very heavily gold filled or something like that. But it is marked 14 on the dog, but it's not marked 14 on the T-bar. Usually you want to see it marked on both ends for something heavy and big, but it's so old that you're really just gonna have to test it. As far as auctions, I look at auctions, but a lot of times the prices go for higher than what I'm willing to pay on most things. I think there's a lot of other people that buy scrap, a lot of big companies, a lot of big jewelry manufacturers and such that are these big corporations that will beat me on scrap prices every day of the week. I can identify certain designer things, and I do check the auctions to see if there's anything I really want. But a lot of the times the prices go too high, or it's just like too sketchy to try and pay up for it. I don't know. I tend to, there's only so much I can watch at once. So right now I'm watching like 14 karat, 10 karat, 18 karat sterling, like a bunch of listings. And even that's kind of difficult to process all of it, because I look at probably thousands of listings and make a bunch of calculations like all day long. And so to add on auctions as well, and different websites like the Goodwill auctions and stuff, like to just monitor all of that at the same time and make all those decisions, it's a little bit difficult, especially when you're doing it like 12 hours a day. But I definitely want to start incorporating those into it. It's just, it kind of has to be like a slow process. It's kind of a buildup, if that makes sense. So here's a really nice pocket watch chain. I'm going to test this really well to make sure, because the stamping, the markings is not super solid on it. But as far as looking at it, it looks good. But we're going to have to make sure that it tests 14 on the chain, the T-bar, and the dog clasp, and that there's no mixing or matching of parts or anything like that. So interesting piece. Paid a lot of money for it. If it's good, if it's all 14, it's about 1,300 in scrap. So we'll just make like I don't know, $100 on it or something. So all right, next package. How many? I think we got maybe 5 more. It might be through half here. Let's see. Okay. This is another gold watch, it looks like. Is it marked on the inside of the dog class? Yeah, it's marked on the inside. It just says 14, which is, well, it looks like a fine marking, but sometimes the parts can be mix and match. So, it's trip to Florida today. I'm sure they were meant to start bid. Curious to hear if they cancel them. I mean, it's been a few hours and I haven't seen any cancellations, but yeah, I don't know. Definitely wouldn't be surprised. Like I said, I get cancellations like all the time, so it's not really a big deal. Here is just a little CYMA quartz 14 karat gold watch. It says not working, so I don't know if they tried to put a new battery in it or if they just, it just doesn't have, it needs a new battery. But again, I paid, I think, $280 or something like that for this. Not a ton of gold in here. Again, there's only probably maybe 6 grams, maybe 7 grams of gold in here. And but I bought it because it's super clean, super brand new, and I just sold one of these not that long ago for $375. So hopefully I can pop a battery in this and it runs, and we can get about $375 for that. How often do you find quartz gold watches? Probably a couple times a week. I mean, a lot of times I don't buy them, but there are certain brands that are heavy on quartz watches. In particular, the one that I know is good is Concord. The men's Concord gold watches actually have about 13 or 14 grams of gold in them, and a lot of people think that they're like this one, where this one is very lightweight and very not a lot of gold in here. There are certain brands. I think Bomber Mercier has better ones, and Concord has better ones. These CYMA or Geneva or Seiko or whatever other gold quartz names there are usually this kind, where they're the really lightweight ones. Nothing wrong with them though. People still do buy them, except for the Concords are worth like $500, whereas these are only worth about maybe $350 or $375. And that's like the retail price, not really what I would want to pay on them. But I just mix in some watches. I mean, not everything has to be a complete home run. Not everything has to be crazy. I just like to have a good mix of inventory for my buyers, for my store, just so that I don't have just too much of the same stuff. As long as the deal looks good enough, and it's kind of hard to explain. The stuff goes in like cycles. So when I've sold everything and I've got a lot of cash and no deals, and let's say I sold everything out and it's been 3 days and I haven't bought anything, and then I see a good deal on a little gold quartz watch, maybe I'll just pick that up and hope that I can sell it and make a little bit of money. So it kind of depends. And then when you have a lot of inventory and not a lot of cash, you start getting a little bit more strict on what kind of deals you want to make. And that kind of happens just in the industry. But there's another piece here. But I'm liking all the questions. You guys keep them coming. If you have any questions about anything, glad to see some of you guys in here. Got 23 on the stream right now. There's a little gold ring that I bought. It's pretty light, which is unfortunate. It's actually really, really light. 14 karat and enamel. I just liked it. I saw this pop up and it was really nice looking. No damage, but I don't think it's a very heavy one. But this is like a Malor Italy 14 karat piece. Yeah, Malor. Yeah, you already knew. Yeah, of course. Malor makes absolute ton of jewelry, and most of the time always light. Yes, yeah, yeah. So it's actually not too bad. It feels light, but 5.8, 5.86. So I paid 140 for this. So yeah, I think I saw a sold listing at about 225. So that's around what I'll be looking for this. Very nice looking ring. But yeah, it does definitely feels lightweight. and that enamel is going to be a lot of the weight. It's not all going to be the gold. So yeah, not a great deal on gold, but really not that bad. Nice quality ring. That should be a really nice item for my store. It's got a nice different look, and it's always what I'm looking to buy. Very selective on what I buy. United prices are much higher in Los Angeles versus Orange County estate sales. Prices are higher in Los Angeles. I guess it depends on what part of LA. LA is a pretty decent sized county, so there's different areas of LA and different companies that operate in those regions. I think North LA towards what is it, like Ventura or something, is can have some really good quality stuff, like along the beach there. Can have some really good quality stuff. The stuff that's like in Hollywood or whatever, like Hollywood Hills and stuff, is always, I mean, it's Hollywood Hills, so everything's gonna be expensive, and the companies are a lot higher end. And there's stuff out to the east that sometimes can be cheaper. Orange County estate sales, as far as again, it just depends on the area, really. I think like in Fullerton or something like that, you can get really good deals. Long Beach is a busy area because they have the Long Beach flea market. So yeah, it really depends on the company, it depends on the area, it depends on what stuff's at the sale. But no estate company is perfect, no dealer is perfect. So there's always opportunity. I have not gone to an estate sale in quite a long time because um, most of them are more than an hour away for me, and it has to be really good for me to want to drive that far, and I just have not seen any that have been that good. Pasadena, yeah, Pasadena, Orange, I don't know, there's sales everywhere. San Diego has been good for me. Murrieta, I've been all over the place, really, but not so much anymore. Of course, I do pretty much everything online now because just get better deals. That's really all there is to it. Alright, let's see what this is. Oh, my watch came in finally. They didn't even mark this as shipped. I'm getting in a lot of stuff that I didn't even know was coming in. This was a no wait listing. Ladies watch, I think I paid $325. Feels pretty light. I usually guess on these about 12 to 13 grams is what I'm expecting, so we'll see. Sometimes, you buy these and you just kind of hope that they're going to be like a lot heavier, but I drive around, I buy all online. Yeah, I really prefer it. I mean, I would love to go to an estate sale. There's something different about getting a piece directly out of an estate sale, like some kind of an antique or some kind of a unique piece. It's a totally different experience when you get like I don't know, just something really good. Versus online, it's not quite the same because it's just different. But everything I'm buying online is gold and silver, so I'm not really like taking as much risk as I would at like an estate sale buying some other like at a garage sale when everything's $1 or $2. You bring home kind of a lot of junk. You try not to, but you end up bringing in too much stuff. So yeah, let's weigh this. 10.5 grams, so actually lighter than I even expected. Do you use your savings for large purchases or credit cards and then pay it back? I use kind of a mix, I guess. Usually credit card. Sometimes my PayPal balance. A lot of times I'll use my PayPal balance because I sell stuff too, so I'll have stuff selling. So I just use my PayPal balance. A lot of people prefer that. So yeah, I paid a little bit too much for this actually. I think so. There's probably about 7.5 net gold in here. What brand is it? Just a Geneva, whatever quartz movement. So yeah, probably a little bit too much on this, but gold watches are actually obviously they're pretty easy to sell. So I may be able to move this on to someone for a little bit more. We'll see. Yeah, it just depends. Most of the time credit card, but a lot of times PayPal balance too, just because I have the balance in there from selling some of this stuff. But credit cards are usually a good good bet, because then if you have any issues, you can like charge it back and stuff. If eBay won't refund you for whatever reason, but really, it never had any problems. But with credit card, obviously, you get some rewards and stuff, which just means you have more taxable income at the end of the year. It's a whole thing. Let's see. So, yeah. All right. Let's see what we've got in this one. Okay. Oh, 2 rings that I bought. These should be interesting. Two gold rings that I bought. Basically, it's scrap. I think this one's supposed to weigh like 3, and this one's supposed to weigh 9. This was weighed on a kitchen scale, so I'm usually a little bit wary when I see things weighed on a kitchen scale. Kitchen scales typically have over a gram of variance in their weight measures, so I expect these to be off on the weights that I discount them quite a bit as far as how much I'm willing to pay when I'm a little bit cautious about what the weight's going to be. And so let's see. Let me see if I can find these and what I paid for them. I know I paid quite a bit. Okay, so this one's the little one's supposed to weigh 4 grams, which it definitely does not feel like 4 grams, but we'll find out. And then the big one's supposed to weigh 9. And I just expect those to be wrong, honestly. But we'll see how far off we are. Both are gold, so that's good at least. The little one is 2.7, so way less, a little over a gram and 1.3 grams off of what they said. And that's why you don't weigh something that weighs 2 grams on a kitchen scale, because it's going to give you a bigger weight. So that's a little unfortunate on that one. And then I'm guessing this actually feels pretty heavy, so we'll see how much this one weighs. So that one weighs 8.6. So we've got a total, let's see, of 11.35 when it was supposed to be 13. And that's pretty common. We'll see, let's see, 11.3. I'm guessing I'm probably still okay, but I might not be. Let's see. But it's probably close enough. 11.3 is 397 scrap. And what are we into these for? 115 and 259. So 371 out of 397. And of course, gold has come down since I bought these, but so that's 93%. So yeah, it's close enough. Not going to make any profit on these. This will be basically break even scrap, because their weights were off by about 2.5 grams or something. Which if I really wanted to cause a stink, I could return them. But yeah, I think I can get my money back on these, especially if gold goes up a little bit. Yeah, definitely not ones that need to be returned, so those should be fine. Excited to catch you live. Yeah, I know, I just pop on. But thanks for joining in. We've got, 26 people here right now, which is pretty good. Let's see what we've got in here. I think I've got 2 more, and then we'll be done. Let's see. So far, nothing really, really exciting. Yeah, returns are a hassle. I don't bother unless it's egregious. Yeah, exactly. I mean, as long as they're gold. I mean, they're not what they describe them as, but they're describing them as best they can with what they have, which is kitchen scale, and I already bought those kind of knowing that. So yeah, no problem on that. Same thing with the gold watch. Like, they were listing this without any weight in the listing, so I'm taking the risk on this. It's still gold, it's still good, so we don't have any problems there. It's only like if it's just, yeah, something ridiculous. Like I bought some 18 karat that was off by like 3 grams or something, and 3 grams of 18 karat is like $120. So Like stuff like that can be a little bit difficult when it's a high carat gold. Let's see what we've got here. Oh, this pair of earrings. Okay. So this one should be interesting. They said that these were 14 karat, and I actually kind of think that maybe they're not. That maybe there's 10 karat or something. But let's just see. These do have a marking on the back. Yeah, right away, the 10 karat. I already knew that these were probably going to be 10. These were listed as 14 karat, and you see that a lot too of where people list things as 14 karat, and it's just not. And these are clearly marked on the bottoms, on the back here, 10 karat. So it's like there's almost no way that they wouldn't have known that these were 10 karat. But these actually look probably okay for how much I paid, because they are nice rose gold 10 karat. These are marked AJ with some little diamonds. Let's get a weight on these. These had no weight on them, but they feel pretty good. So let's see what we've got. 3.9 grams, 10 karat instead of 14. It's supposed to be 14, but I only paid $90 for those. So at least they're gold. I'm at least happy that they're gold. 3.9 of 10 karat, probably right there around what I paid, and they're actually, you know, pretty nice looking earrings. So I suspect we'll probably be okay on those as well. Selling encourager. Why do you find it common that people do that? I'm not sure I understand what you're asking. Like, it's a combination of both, I guess. It's a combination of people knowing and actively trying to deceive to make extra money, because I think they know, like with these, I think there's almost no way that you wouldn't know that these were 10 karat, but some unless they were like given to you as a gift and you're just assuming that they're gold, or I don't know. But some people do actively make an effort to deceive you. That's just part of the internet, I guess, is people are behind a keyboard, so they don't really care. And then other times they just don't know. They just don't know, or they just are doing their best, you know. And that's part of the thing of why you can get deals as well. Is like the people who know what they're doing are not going to give you a really good deal. The people who don't know what they're doing are the ones that you're going to get your good deal from. So it kind of comes into that whole, like, you know, sometimes it turns out in your favor, sometimes it doesn't turn out in your favor. But on average, you're still getting, as long as you're still getting like good quality gold items, like it's really kind of hard to complain. It's only in the case when it's totally fake, or it's like our other viewer said, if it's like totally egregious, then that's usually when they've actively tried to deceive you. But something like that, those are easily worth $90. So they're not the right carat, but we're not into it. It's not like we're into it for $1,000 and it's you know, a 50-gram piece and it's supposed to be 14 and it comes out 10 and now you're off by $300 or something. It's a lot bigger of a difference versus something like that where maybe we're off $20 or something. It's not really the same thing. The ones that are really big, when it's supposed to be 14 or 18 and you get it and it's 10 and it's like something that it's really heavy that you pay thousands of dollars for or whatever, like that has to be settled through a return or some kind of a conversation with the seller, because a lot of times they know, a lot of times they have an idea of what's going on, and sometimes they're very quick to give you a partial refund because they're like, oh, okay, like I thought it was, but it's not, and I can show them proof that it's actually a different carat, or I'll take a really good picture of the marking and say, here, this says 10 karat right on it. You said it, or it says, like I had one that said 925, and it was supposed to be 14K. That's a huge difference. So I sent them a picture saying, here's the 925 mark. This is not gold. So yeah, something like that is a lot more egregious than some of the other ones. And here's this little pair of earrings that I bought. These are pretty nice. You always have to check these earring listings. Every once in a while, you'll get a pair that are really heavy. You'll see like hundreds of these type of listings with these little earrings, and most of the time they're like a gram, half a gram, and they don't post the weight. This person actually posted the weight, and these are clearly marked 14K, and they're actually a heavier pair. Yeah, 4 grams exactly. So these I think were like right around $100, so we got a good deal on those. Sometimes you can get good deals on the gold coins. Do you buy gold sovereigns? Oh yeah, I haven't bought too many gold coins. Gold coins are really hard to make money on. Same thing with like Rolexes and stuff. Kind of like everybody universally, for the most part, knows exactly how much a gold coin is worth and how much a Rolex is worth. Like it's gold coins. Like I'll put it to you this way: I know people who buy a lot of gold coins. They will buy $30,000 worth of gold coins and make maybe $200, 200 $300 on $30,000 in coins. So, and the price of gold when you're buying those kind of things really affects your price. But yeah, you'd be surprised. I know, but as far as buying them on eBay or something, it's the likelihood of the ones I have bought on eBay have been canceled. The ones that were actually good deals have been just canceled like right after. So I definitely have bought a few gold coins and made money on them, but more at like a garage sale or something. eBay, yeah, on eBay, check out for gold coins. I've looked, but I haven't. Like I said, the ones I have bought have ended up being canceled on me. Like I bought some, 5 pesos or whatever coins, gold coins that turned out. And I always worry about fakes with gold coins. It's like, I mean, I can tell most of the time, but not always. Okay, we got our last package here, which is just going to be a bunch of silver. Started to try and start buying some silver again, only when there's like really good deals. And yeah, here's some. This is supposed to be, I think, 400 grams, 400 something grams that I paid 170 for. Obviously, there is stones in here of all sorts, and it looks like they kind of sorted. It's kind of the more pure silver and stone stuff. My guy is paying me usually around like 80% for stuff with stones, and then about 90 something for pure silver. So it kind of depends on the quality of what's in the lots. But like in here, there's definitely some junk stuff, which I'll kind of have to sort through this later. But there was a few bigger pieces that were supposed to be good. Like, see, like sometimes you get this kind of stuff where it's, that's obviously not silver weight, and this weighs probably, I don't even know. Let's see, 18 grams right there, and there's, only a few grams of actual silver on it. So that's why I pay quite a bit less for certain lots, and you have to be really careful online. Like this says China silver on it, so we'll have to test that and see if it's actually silver. So there's obviously some kind of junkier stuff in here, some of it at least, but like I said, for the price you pay, you just kind of have to discount it a little bit and see if there's, sometimes you get stuff that's good in them too. Like, I think there's supposed to be one good bracelet in here. I'm trying to see if I can find it, but I'm not seeing it. Be interesting to see. Yeah, there's a couple of nice pieces. There's like a marcasite piece there. There's this piece. I don't know what this is. Some kind of silver thing. I'll sort through this later. It's interesting. I thought there was supposed to be a couple of like or is it like a Pandora bracelet? There's supposed to be like a turquoise bracelet or something that I'm not seeing in this lot. So it'll be interesting to weigh this up and see exactly what I got and if it's exactly what I was supposed to get. But maybe I'm thinking of a different silver lot. I don't know. I bought a bunch of them. So, pretty good deal on this one. We'll sort through it and see what we've got, and make sure it's all silver. And like some of this, like this. This doesn't look like silver. And I'm not seeing any markings on it saying that it's silver, so I don't know. I'll sort through it and make a decision, but most likely it'll be fine because obviously I paid a discounted price for it being kind of junky. You always got to be careful online and make sure that if they're just taking a picture of a big group or whatever, that you're not paying too high of a price expecting like some really good stuff, because a lot of times you get junk. It's just the way it is. People just chuck everything in and say, oh, it's all silver, when like, you know, maybe 25% of it isn't, and they just do their best to sort through it. But that is everything we have for today. Quite a bit of gold. A lot of that stuff is just going to be scrapped. Like, it'll all be gone like tomorrow. I'm just going to scrap it off. But we've got a couple of nice pairs of cufflinks, a couple of watches. Other than that, I think most of it's just going to go to the scrap pile. One nice pair of earrings and that Malore ring we'll probably try and sell because it's a little nicer piece. And if it doesn't sell, we'll end up scrapping almost all of it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.